Look at that big ass bucket of spinach. Isn't it beautiful? I'm gonna eat that whole thing. So I cry a lot. Anybody else in the vortex do that? Can't cry if you're on an SSRI. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, antidepressant, okay? Now, I used to be on that back in the day. Back when I didn't understand what was going on with me, it made sense to take pills. But I realized almost immediately that it was terrible because I couldn't do the one thing that I was so good at doing. And I knew that there was something inherently wrong with a pill that would prohibit me from doing what I'm naturally good at doing. So my intuition told me to stop taking those pills and find myself a really good pot dealer. Now, for those of you that have a problem with this logic, I'm going to read you something right now, okay? This is from the Wisdom of Sirach. This is chapter 38, okay? Old Testament. Honor the physician with the honor due him, and also according to your need of him, for the Lord created him. Healing comes from the Most High, and he will receive a gift from the King. The physician's skill will lift up his head, and he shall be admired in the presence of the great. The Lord created medicines from the earth, and a sensible man will not loathe them. Is not water made sweet by wood, that its strength might be known? And he gave skill to men, that he might be glorified in his wonders. By them he heals and takes away pain, a druggist making a compound of them. God's works are never finished, and from him health is upon the face of the earth. My son, do not be negligent when you are sick, but pray to the Lord, and he will heal you. Depart from transgression, and direct your hands aright, and cleanse your heart from every sin. Offer a sweet-smelling sacrifice and a memorial of the finest wheat flour, and pour oil on your offering as if you were soon to die. And keep in touch with your physician, for the Lord created him. And do not let him leave you, for you need him. There is a time when success is also in their hands, for they will pray to the Lord to give them success in bringing relief and healing for the sake of preserving your life. He who sins before the one who made him, may he fall into the hands of a physician. Now, are we talking about people that believe in you-know-what? Because I wonder this. Because I've talked to a lot of Christians who are on an antidepressant, who swear up and down that they need that. Meow meow! Who just meowed at me? Somebody meowed at you. I don't know where they are though. Dude, that's weird. That's so weird. That happens a lot to me. Because we meow a lot. So other people meow at us. But yeah, so this is confusing. This is confusing, especially because in the New Testament, in Romans specifically, it talks about how sorcerers are not going to make it into heaven. And, you know, many people believe that sorcery is pharmakia. Pharmakia is Greek for, you know, pharmaceuticals. Now, I was actually talking to somebody recently who said that that's about psilocybin, the magic mushrooms. Now, there are multiple ways that you could interpret this. Personally, I trust plants over stuff that's made in a lab. But I do understand that people... Oh, shit.
Meow! Meow!
Okay, that's London hollering for me to come inside, so I probably should do that. But I think that everybody needs to do what their conscience tells them to do, okay? If your conscience tells you to, get on medication, like, I'm not gonna judge people for that, because, you have a completely different experience than me. You wake up not Amy Gross, okay? It's like, I get really aggravated when people try to give me advice, especially medical advice, because they're not me. And so I'm not going to pretend that I'm you, or you, or you, or you, and say, oh, well, you need to do this because, we all have different experience. We all have a different brain chemistry. Our bodies are different, and that's wrong. Like, the issue that I have with pharmaceuticals is that it's sort of a one-size-fits-all approach for a lot of these so-called doctors. And so, if you trust your physician and you, where's my hat? Where's my work hat? Oh, it's right there. Like, if you trust your doctor, then that's probably because, they actually know you, and they're familiar with, your life and medical decisions that you've made in the past and all that, but, like, there's so many doctors, like, they can literally just, like, write you a prescription. Like, you go to the emergency room, they can write you a prescription. How crazy is that? That's why I don't trust the validity of psychiatrists. But anybody that says that doing drugs is wrong, like, they need to read the Bible again. Because drugs are here to help us deal with life problems, okay? If drugs allow you to advance to the next phase of your life, then it's a positive thing. That's the question that I always ask. Is it increasing your awareness? Is it actually helping you? Or is it just giving you a bunch of side effects? Because if it's giving you a bunch of side effects, it's probably not a positive thing for you. Now, I know that plants have side effects too, but they're nowhere near as bad as the side effects of stuff that was made in a lab, okay? But I just thought I'd read that because, like, I've been reading the Wisdom of Sirach a lot lately, and I just thought that was totally applicable to, my lifestyle. And I think that people have a tendency to, like, turn their nose at people that they don't understand, like, their lifestyle, and they don't understand decisions that they make, and that's just really stupid, because, you're kind of, like, proving that you don't have any empathy, and you're proving that, like, you're a total control freak that just wants to meddle in everybody's personal shit, which doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't want that kind of responsibility. That's why I don't tell people to get off medication, because I don't want to be responsible for, like, their suicide or something like that, I would say, like, educate yourself and do a lot of research on what you're putting into your body, like, I have. That's why I agree with it. That's why I go along with the things that I go along with, and don't go along with the things that I don't go along with, because I have the internet at my house, not on my person all the time because I don't have a smartphone, but I look stuff up so that I'm more educated, okay? So, yeah.